We got ourselves a team 1 with Vlad Guten. Made me think of Putin for some reason. But we got Vlad Guten with G-Funk on that team. Leblanc Comorph? Lebanco. Come Lebanco. Shankso. So many O's. TM Forest. O. Lebanco is going to be first up versus Team 1. We got ourselves Christina on the team. Hijack team by R himself. Wolf is going to be first up on the hunt of the mage. Lebanco porting in. It's going to be a breath right before the chimeric poison hits him with that silence. Radical Frost is going to set up onto Wolf, but it does get interrupted. So Lebanco is going to back up out of this, setting up images to reduce the images taken. It is going to be freezing on the pets as the stun comes out. Looks like one of the pets was still moving. Lebanco with a big combustion, trying to see if he can catch up to Wolf. Looks like he wants to get over next to him. It's going to be Nova, but actually missing the pets. Instead, you know what? Made a couple of mistakes. Shooting power. Let's get some cooldowns back. And got himself all the time. Does he cancel it? He's sticking around with it. Quick breath into Wolf. Is going to be able to disrupt him. Quick poly onto Wolf. Try to go for Ring of Frost. Is going to be freeze on Wolf as well as the pets. He's got himself a G-Pie Fad. Straight into the face with a fireball. Going to be a faint death for Wolf, but I think he still takes the damage. Partially maybe of G-Pie. Maybe for the flash scout. Silence onto Lebanco with that chimeric poison. Trying to Nova the pets, but still it's going to be, oh, the death chakra does so much damage. Quick brother to Wolf as Lebanco is not in a good spot. Runs by Wolf, hits him with that spicy breath. The peppermint breath gets behind the pillar and puts him in a snow globe. Is this recovered? But it feels like so far it's been a little bit of a struggle. Combustion's going back, and that's the thing about the mage. He's surviving. He's doing well. He's back up at full health. All he needs is one good lineup with Combustion. No more Trinket for Wolf. If you could just go for like a good setup, you could just global Wolf completely. Freeze on the pets as well as on the Wolf. Going to be the G-Pie. Does he go for the big Combustion? It's going to be a Fireball with all the time. Combustion is up. Trying to see if he can blast Wolf. Turtle Shell is out for Wolf. Maybe you can turn around onto the pets. At least get the pets kind of low. He's going to turn the attention onto the pets. I think Wolf trying to go for a freezing shot. Put the mage a bit on ice. Try to dampen the flames a little bit there. Another spicy breath. Out for Lebanco. With a G-Pie loaded up with a Fireball. Get himself a bit of damage. Faint death for Wolf for that Fireball. Taking a bit of the Fire Blast damage as well as G-Pie. But he's still kind of healthy. Gonna be that chimeric onto Lebanco. Hits him with the stun. Gonna be Trinket for Lebanco. Breath missing Wolf, but hits him with the team 2 guys. Lebanco got himself Ring of Frost for those pets. Wolf, I think, could end the duel by himself. If you got that Death Chakram together with Kill Shot and a couple of Cobra shots, I think he could end the duel solo. He doesn't even need the pets at this point. Lebanco no longer with Cauterized. Kill Shot, but the Seed Pod stops him. But Wolf has no problem busting through the Seed Pod. That is a tough duel. That is a tough one. Привет, братишка. Redwood Bear. Hello, hello. Zdarova, mój drug. I noticed that whenever I speak Russian, like in the recordings afterwards, I'll try to limit it and I'll try to translate it as best as I can, because I noticed that I was just going on for like a whole minute one time just speaking to Russians in chat while like I think Rogue was going for a reset. And I was like, well, I can't put that in a video. As an English speaker, I have no idea what's going on for a whole minute. Gonna be Wolf taking lots of damage from Shankso, not given opportunity. Oh, I was not prepared for Shankso just to ramp up that hard. I guess he might have got himself a setup. I was expecting for a stun or something onto Wolf, but he didn't really do that. Gonna be Ilyu Henteus. Ilyu. I'm gonna call him Ilyu. As he rushes away from the Fist of Fury, wants to hold on the flesh guard as best as possible. Gonna be that long range stun as he got himself max range. Gonna be the full death chakra. Does he have himself the big explosive go? Karma is up for Shangzo. Is that going to be an explosive onto Shangzo? Looks like Ilyu is not playing the Necro Legendary. I've been seeing a lot more survival hunters play the Necro Lego. You go for Death Chakram, let it spin, let the explosive shot about to cook up, flank and strike together with coordinated assault, and it basically gets a one shot. It does so much damage, it's not even funny. Gonna be a Trinket, and Shangzo with no health at all, doesn't get himself behind the pillar, trying to go for a Vivify. The pet, comes in with a quick chomp and out of there. My goodness. Undead Yoshi doing work. TM Forest as a feral up next. Necrolord loading up Ilyu. Full of dots. He's going to trick out of the freeze. Ilyu has nothing here. Unless he wants to go for Turtle. Needs to go for Turtle. Needs to go for Manning Benage. But something that breaks his Manning Benage. Goes for Feint Death. I think maybe a Moonfire broke it. Ilyu sells Turtle for just a quick second. Does he have a freezing trap? Waiting for it as soon as possible. It looks like TM Forest going for Leap Maim. Not giving this Hunter an opportunity to play the game at all. Unless Ilyu can somehow... Big Flesh Cut. Big recovery, has a defensive stun, is able to catch up on a little bit of health. If this man can dive into camo too. Manic Bandage, Moonfire breaks it. Feign Death camo maybe? Is going to get a Hunter's Mark on the pet. Needs to continue the kites. That shield, the flesh cut is going to help him recover. It's almost like he has full health, but it's still going to be in trouble. TM4 is going for Shackles and Malediction. It looks like Ilish is going to go for range damage. Just trying to max up the DPS onto TM4, is keeping him down and up. Still just a little bit of that shield up. It's going to be a freeze trap as the stun comes out. Perfect stun. Perfect freezer trap. Feign Death for a second for Ilu as the maim comes in. Does he have any ways to break out these dots? He needs to find a way to remove these dots as soon as possible. Both of them are kind of low. Ilu trying to maybe max out some range. Needs to get one kill shot on the Feral. He's super low himself. Trying to harpoon, but TM Forest is going to be able to get himself a heal and bear form. Man, that was such a clutch duel. An R, he's going to be up next. Got himself the Sky Fury. So he's looking to load up a big old Ellie Blast. Sunder onto the Feral. Massive Ellie Blast, but the Feral does go for a roar on all the pets. Archie not deterred by this. It's just going to, Team Forest sees the Sky Fury, just going to leave it alone. He's going to go for a reset instead. How much to go for regrowth? Archie is still in the chase. It's a cat and mouse game at this point. Purge onto the Thorns. Wall is out for TM Forest as Archie lets the wolves out. Got the Sky Fury tone him down. So you just see a couple more zaps. Just a little bit more damage. TM Forest getting the wall out of Archie as Archie just wants to wall up and just spend all those globals to doing damage. Gonna be a massive chain harvest onto the Feral. And Black Guten is gonna be up next as Archie hits him with a Frost Shock immediately. Before the monk is able to even close the gap, Archie wants to slow him down, keep him in place for a second. And Archie better be careful. Karma up immediately, in cap by the monk into a BDB. Archie with a ghost wolf. He has nothing really left. He doesn't have much to work with unless he gets himself a heal or maybe Sunder for Black Guten, trying to get himself Maelstrom. And that's gonna be quick Sunder. Black Guten trick us out of it. Ring a boopity bop. Archie able to get a bit of Maelstrom. Needs a lot of mana. Is able to still continue spending mana. Quick stun onto Black Guten. No more defenses. Is going to get himself a heal for a second. Looks like Archie might have recovered. Black Guten continuing to max out damage. It's going to be Skyfarer thrown down with a diffuse magic, reducing a lot of the magic hits. Archie spending whatever bits last mana left to just recover completely at 9 minutes and 26% dampening. Black Guten is super low in health. Get him for the incap. Doesn't really go super far. It's going to be Alien Blast from a distance. Doesn't really do the trick, but was a nice hit from downtown. If only he had a bit of more Maelstrom. It definitely would have had him. Black Guten blasted, get him blasted with a Frost Shock as he tries to pour it out of there. And G-Funk. Oh no. Archie accidentally pressed Trinket. Unless he did it on purpose versus G-Funk. Just to make sure this duel is more fair. But he's like, you know what? It's a Hunter. I can definitely beat that. So I'm going to burn a Trinket just because I know I'm going to win. I highly doubt it. Wallow for Archie. Got himself the Ghost Wolves. Gonna be the Skyfarer turn him up. And Archie needs a bit of healing. Definitely needs more mana. As it's gonna be G-Funk continue to pressure him. Most likely has a Mortal Strike effect with the pet. It's gonna be Sunder onto G-Funk for a second. Chain Harvest for Archie. Recovering a lot of health. G-Funk getting kind of low on health himself. It's gonna go for a Feign Death for a moment. As he got himself Eagles flying versus Archie. And Archie is still under quite a bit of pressure. But so is G-Funk. G-Funk just laying out all the traps. Archie needs that Maelstrom. At least he can hit the pet a little bit. Unless G-Funk decides to peel the pet back. What is that Choi got going on? I just noticed you're leaving like so many green puddles on ya. So many puddles. Massive lead by G-Funk. Sunder by Archie. As he gets out the Earth Elemental again. Shackles onto Archie. It's going to be a Hex out of G-Funk. No way out for him. The Ghosts will join in. Are going to break up that Hex. And Archie needs a little bit of Maelstrom. Needs a little bit of Maelstrom to get himself a huge heal. Stun onto the Shaman. G-Funk kind of low, but so is Archie. G-Funk goes in for Feign Death. Harpoon back in. Archie is gonna... Was that a Battle Master Trinket while stunned? Can you use that while stunned? It looked like he actually used a Battle Master Trinket while stunned. G-Funk with a Flesh Scuffed as well as a Turtle Shell. Char recovers as much as he can with... Whatever he's got. Earth Elemental eating that trap. Stun onto G-Funk though. And Archie with the Alien Blast on G-Funk, but he Feign Deaths Sunder, even though G-Funk was able to get a disengage off anyway. Quick Fear by G-Funk as he dips on low. Where's your pet? Did his pet? Oh! Archie with a Chain Harvest at the end. Did Archie end up cleaving down the pet? That's kind of nuts. That's actually kind of huge. Let's go, boys.